Guys, good morning, all of you. So last session we started about servlets, right? So this is the syllabus which we discussed on the last session. Okay, what is servlets? What is core Java? And core Java, we can develop standalone applications. And JDBC will act as a mediator between Java application and database. Okay, next servlets. With the help of core Java, we can able to develop only standalone applications. But with the help of servlets, we can able to develop web applications. Web applications meaning all e-commerce applications. We can say example for the web applications. We can say example for the web applications. Okay. So web application again, it will contain two actors actually. The application which can be accessed multiple users at a time is called web application. Web application. Okay. Web application run inside the server, and a server is a program which is used to run the web application, and we discussed about like web application architecture. It contained mainly two actors. Okay, one is the server, second one is the client. Client means it is the person or system which will send the request to the server to access the web application. And next we have the server. Server means which is a program which is responsible to take the request and process the request and return the response to the user. Return the response to the user. So these are the any domain, any application. This is the process. We can send the request. Based on the request, it will process the request, and the server will give us to response. So any domain, any product, it should be same like this only. Server and client. Okay, client is the initial person. We can raise the who will raise the request, and the server is the second person. It can take the request, process the request, and return the response. Okay. For example, if you are looking with the some YouTube.com, the request will go to the YouTube server. So the server might be available in other countries like UK, New Zealand, and all. It will go to that server, and the server will take the that request, and it will check that request which is available in the database or not. If it is available, then it can make it as one object, that is response object, and that will give back to the browser. There is some process in there, that is browser architecture, and that will come. It will form in the format of APIs, and that will come to the browser, and browser again have the archetype architecture. So in the browser architecture, it will be translated to response response. Okay, there are two mainly two factors. One is the person and second one is the server, guys. Okay, when we developing the servlets, so we need one API, that is servlets API. So where which is available, this is available. We downloaded on Tomcat server, right? In the Tomcat server we have the Tomcat folder structure. So in that we have the APIs. So whenever we are developing any servlet projects, we have to give the build path. You have to give the build path. These are the steps to develop the web application. Set up server software, which means you can download and install the Tomcat servers and create dynamic project using any IDE and set up the build path for the required libraries. Already, like I showed you like last session, like how you can give the build path for the project and create servlet classes to handle request and response and map the servlet classes to URL pattern. And the next important point is every servlet should have the unique URL pattern in the project. Unique URL in the project. Next up, these are the login servlet is the class name, and this is the mapping URL. This is the class name. This is the mapping URL. This is the dashboard servlet is the class name, and this is the mapping URL. This is the mapping URL. So entire Java files you can do the compile, and then we can make it as a var file. That var file you can deploy you can deploy into the server. So this is we done in the last session. Okay, and we discussed about few more terminology about redeployment and deployment, Tomcat server folder structure, and HTTP protocol, and HTTP methods, and HTTP status codes as well. HTTP status codes are good. So this is the information you should be familiar when we are going with the servlet. So today what we can do a registration form. For example, registration or login form. When you want to log in with some Facebook and any like Instagram, any other accounts. So first time you need to sign up. Second time onwards, you should be logged in, right? So if you are giving the correct credentials, you are able to log in successfully. If you are not giving the wrong, I would say correct credentials, you are not able to log in successfully. Same thing, how you can write a Java program. So front-end interface, if you want to develop any thing, whatever we are seeing with our eyes, that is called front-end technologies that we can develop front-end technologies. You guys also should be familiar with front-end technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and all. Okay. And in case of today's session, there is a topic in HTML that is called forms topic. Okay, if you are already aware of forms, then you can easily understood what we are doing. Forms topic, you should be forms. So anything, whatever we are seeing with our eyes in the browser, that yeah, registration form generally we can say we will give the username and password, right? Username and password, and we can give the username and password. This username and password we can validate through Java program. If username and password if both are correct, then only we can able to log in. This is how we can write the Java program. This is how we can develop the plots. So that login form I can show you. So you guys also normally for designing the front end, whatever the appearance we are seeing, that we can design by using HTML code. So simply I would go to my Eclipse and then here I can take one .html file. I can switch my workspace or here itself I can able to create. So you can keep all the front end files in under web content. You can see here. So these many files which I created, home.html, login.html, and all right. So same thing here also I would like to create one more HTML file. So simply can look for the HTML file and mention the HTML file like login form. Okay, login form. This is the basic. You will get the skeleton like this. So after this, you can design how you want. Okay. So in my case, I would like to design like I need to give some header. So I would mention This is login form, and after the login form, so I said there is a forms concept in the HTML, right? If you are not aware of it, you can learn about the forms concept. So I'm using the forms concept. So simply I'm taking the form tag. So inside the form tag, I'm keeping all the required things. Like I want username. So for that I want to kept in the label, and here I would mention username, and I want a password, so that I can kept password, and here I need to take as input, right? So that is the reason I would take as the input. So inside the input I would mention like as type equal to, this is text I want to give text, right? And the name is the important attribute, and where I would give, this is called username, this is called username, input type and text I am giving. Okay, and same way you can come to here, and here also I would like to give input type equal to, this is password, and then where I would mention name equal to, this is called password, this is called password. Yeah, so this is the username input element, and this is the password input element. So if you want to submit one button, right, you can take one more thing that is called a submit button. Like if I would take input type equal to submit, and here also you can take as name is also submit. So this is how I am designing the front end file. Okay. So simply, if you want to know how it is appearing on the page and all, simply can deploy this one. So simply right click over the file, and there is an option called run on server. Click on run on server. You have to select the Tomcat server and then click on finish. So it will get like this: login form, username, and password. So you have to, for example, here I am giving username, and here also I am giving some password. So if I submit right now, if I submit right now, it is not processing, but I need to validate username and password. I need to validate username and password. For that, I need to write the program that is called Java program. So simply what I am doing, I am taking one Java file. So here I am taking one Java file, guys. Go to any package. In my case, I am going this package, and simply I am click on Control M, and then where I would mention servlet class, guys. Look for the servlet, and this is the servlet, and in that you can give the class name. Class name I would like to give login form servlet. Okay, go to the next, and this is the name, servlet name, and go to the next, and this is the URL mapping, and here I want only do get method, no need do post method, and then simply click on finish. So one class will be created, servlet class. This is we done in the last session, right? How we can create and all. So simply other things I'm simply removing, and here also other things simply I'm removing. These all are no need. And inside do get method, we have actually there are two parameters: request and response. So from the request, I need to write some logic else. So simply request dot get parameters. Here I would take username, and same way this I would store in one reference variable. That reference variable is, I would mention like username, and the data type of it is The username we are taking in the format of string only. Same way with respect to password also you can do the same thing. Request dot get parameters. Okay, and here also I'm taking password in the format of string only, and here also I would mention username. This is password, right? You can mention as password, and this data type of this one also string. Okay, now you can do the validation. How you can do the validation? You can take the conditional statements. This is string, right? Yeah, string. If you want to do the comparison with the string values, then there is a method called dot equals method. Okay, you can take the dot equals method. With the help of dot equals method you can do that one. Username dot equals method, you can take the equals method, dot equals method. In here you can mention the username actually. So in my case I would like to mention username as admin. This also can mention in admin, and here you can take and condition. So and condition is the operator. When the both condition is true, then only it will do the it will allow to the user. And then means both conditions should be the true. Okay, and then or you can take anything. Next, username dot equals, you should mention and operator inside here, and now you can take password dot equals to, here also can mention as password also I would like to give 1 2 3 4 5. So like this, if the both are correct, then we need to display system dot out dot println login successful message you can display. And if not, I'll take else block, and inside you can mention you are giving invalid credentials. Invalid credentials. This is the thing. Okay, you can save this one, and here also you can uh, which I want to print in the format of text format, right? That also can mention. Response should be in the text format. Response dot set content, set content, set content type, which in the format of text. Okay, yeah, that's it. So simply what I am doing, I created one file, front end file, where I can mention all the appearance and all, and simply I created, this is the hidden file, which when I click on the submit button, the request will go to the backend, and then it will check the conditions is correct or not. If the conditions is correct, then only it can able to display login successful. But there is no connection between front end file and back end file, right? There are almost 5 to 6 files. So for which file I return this one, we need to give the connection. How we can give the connection? Simply you can copy this login form servlet, and then you can go your login form.html file. In the form tag, you can add the attributes, like I would say action equal to, you can pass login servlet. So by default, it will be the do get method. So if you mention or don't mention, no issues. If you mention or no mention, by default forms will be the get method itself. Okay, get method. So this is the simple program for login page, guys. So this is the appearance, and when I click on the submit button, it can go to the backend Java program based on this action, and it can check the username and password both are correct. Then only it can able to display the message login successful. So now we can deploy this one. You can deploy the entire project where actually web content and which is available in the project called HTFC. Right click on it and deploy, run on server. Now if you want to access the particular file, how you can able to access? Port number, project name, after that your file name. So in our case our file name is what? Login form. So simply can give the login form here. Login form. Login form. Click on .html. So you can able to get username and password. I am giving username as admin and password is also 12345, and click on submit, and click on submit. It is not printing anything. Then you have to check once again your Java program. It is taking the request, but it is not showing anything. Go to your Java program, which I can show you. It needs to validate, and here this next we can take response dot print writer. There is a method called response write print writer. There is a method called response dot print writer. So simply I am copying this variable, and then you can check with the methods. Get writer. There is a method that we can check in other form. Mm, Login dot servlet, and then where I would go here. Get writer. This one only. These two lines you can copy, and you can come to here login form servlet, and then you can replace here. Now you can do the deployment and go to the HTML login form. Now you can do this one. You can add the value as well. Now you can do the deployment. Give the admin, and password is 123445. Click here. You can able to get the value. You are getting username and password, and submit. Click here. What you can get this message where I would go login form servlet. You can get the message is this one login successful. You can take normal or operator. Save this one, username and password. in the login form servlet, and when you come to here, the request will go to the backend file, login form servlet. This is the login form servlet where actually username and password, text document, and here we can validate the username and password. Username and password. This is how we are doing. Username password normally can take like this. Coming to here, can take as username, and here also can take as password. Now save this one and deploy entire project. Right click over the project and do the deployment. Give the file name login form .html. Give, I would say, admin, and here some password I'm giving. Click on here. You will get the value. Go to HTML form. Right click on it. Run on server. Click on next. Finish. Give the username and password. You will get the result here. Login form servlet.java. Come to here, and here you can give admin, and here you can give 1 2 3 4 5. It will come to here, username and password, and it have to validate. For you, and then there is a project explorer. The admin 12345 dot equals. Save this one. Now you can deploy entire project. Deploy, run as server. Select this one. Click on next. Finish. Restart the server. Give the login form .html. Give admin, and the username is 12345. Click here. Coming to here, Instead of this one, take submit button. There is login form HTML, right? So you can take button. So here you can take type equal to submit, and the name is also submit. Okay, and here now you can do the deployment. Admin, and then password should be 12345, and then click me here. Control, come to here, and then submit. Save this one, and coming to here, which actually login form servlet, login form servlet, and get method, do get method, and response dot set content type, and next print writer, admin dot equals to username, and password dot equals to password, and if the both anything anyone is correct, then you need to display the message login successful. If not, you can say invalid credentials. This is the program which we written. The connection you can check, you can copy this one and go to the login servlet login form, and action this is correct or not, you can verify. Login servlet, save the file, and here also you can login form servlet, you can save the file. Now again you can do the deployment. It needs to give some value. We'll check other one, like if I go with this one, new file.html, or we can take with login.html, and login server. Password is username is Krishna, password is password. Now these can deploy, and then we'll see. Now click on this, and run as, and do the select this one, and then you can finish to the finish. Password is Krishna, and then so all are this I need to restart once again. So previous programs also, like which we run in the previous programs also not giving the results. I need to restart actually. So the process is actually Servlets can with the help of servlets you can able to develop the web applications. Okay, and so today program we done generally a registration form where we given a username and password, and we need to validate username and password. And once you how we can validate, there is a operators concept in Java. With the help of operators you can able to validate username and password, and then we can able to log in successfully. Okay, this is how actually we did. Okay, we can check once again with that clips. HTFC, the file name is login.html, right? File name is submit, and this is this we can check login servlet, run on server, and this is what logins form. Give Krishna, and then password you can give anything. This is also not giving any labels. So generally this is how we do. We will take the login forms, and we can write the appearance you can write here, and backend logic you can write. We can take normal one Java file where we can validate all the backend logics. So this is once that is validated, you can get the message that is login successful. That is login successful. So in my case, I need to restart everything. So this is the programs which I written in the previous batches. Now previous programs also not giving the rules. So the thing is this one, you have to take the form tag, and you can take the label, and you can mention input or tag where you can take the text and username and password, and here you can take either button or input tag, and you can mention the message, and then if you click on that, the request will go to the backend Java program based on this action, and it can validate username and password in the Java program, and if the password and username should be the true, then it will give the login successful. So this is the agenda of Servlet which we are doing. Okay, so I hope everybody is clear, right? So you guys also please go ahead and practice with these programs, and so yeah, so apart from this, any other queries, guys? I shared you the syllabus in the beginning of the session, right? So I hope like what the syllabus we given, we completed all the syllabus. Servlets also, right? So this is all about Java, guys. Friday. Okay. So online people, you can give the online interview, and offline people, you can come to offline, can give the interview. And apart from that, if you guys have any other queries, you can